the story of the people who live on that island. This is a land where many live by farming, where a man's living comes from tobacco or coffee or citrus or sugar. Whatever the crop, the work is hard, the sun is hot. The work is hard, the land is poor. It is difficult for a man to earn a living. This is the story of how people are, how they act with each other, how they are happy and contented or miserable and afraid, the problems they have. Island, the land itself, the poverty on the land, have much to do with the nature of a man, a woman, a child. But the nature of people, the way they are, grows out of other things too. It grows out of the feelings a man has, the way he feels toward the men he works with, toward his wife, his children. This is a story of some of those feelings that men and women have, how those feelings affect the children, how they help to mold the way a child grows, the way he develops into a man, the kind of man he will be. It is also the story of children and how they feel, and what the feelings of a child may do to the man or woman that the child will grow into. A child learns to be a man by playing, by imitating in his play the things men do, the way grown-ups act. They pretend to be men because it makes them feel good inside. It makes them feel more like the grown-ups they admire most. They show off as if to say, see what a man I am going to be, and this is good. Because it is in this way that a child learns to be a man. But sometimes, without knowing any better, the child imitates only the bragging, unhappy part of a man.
Che much.
What a man. But is that being a man, a real man? Sometimes a boy never becomes a man because he never stops pretending. But not every boy must just show off. Juanito can play at being a man by sitting quietly and enjoying the company of his father, Tomas. Every man wants his son to grow up to be a true man, and his daughter to marry a true man. But who knows if this will happen? Too often the boy will become a turkey, a peacock, a fool. And the girl who loves such a man may become a disappointed, unhappy wife. But it is possible to grow a true man, just as it is possible to grow a seedling into a fine tree. So a young boy can be cultivated and grown into a full man. A child grows much as a tree grows. Children and trees alike grow for many years, during which they gradually realize the promise of their nature. But they need to be nourished and fed, cultivated and protected in order to reach their full growth. It is true that trees may grow to their full growth, to maturity, without care. But with the wild trees, many young ones are crowded out, never reaching their growth. Others rot and die before their time. And so it is with children. They will have a better chance to flourish, all of them, if they have room to grow and are cared for and loved. especially when they are small. Like a tree, a small child needs a friendly, congenial climate. A climate which comes for the child mainly from the warmth of the parents' love for each other. But even the older children flourish in such a climate. A child needs deep roots, firmly planted in a strong feeling of family. Such a child, grown to manhood or womanhood, is better able to face the storms and droughts of adult life. But let us see how a man can grow his trees and his children. What a man and his wife can do and be to help their children or their trees best fulfill their own nature. When Juan Tomas plants trees, he picks the best soil he can find. A man and his wife are themselves the earth from which their children grow. But this earth is made up of more than just the bodies of the parents. There are other things in it, difficult to see.
Delayed, Lamau, late, delay. Stream's never gonna happen. Late night stream time. Just do a cooking and mukbang stream that probably wouldn't be the... Okay, motherfuckers, here we go. Ah, what the hell? Is that like... Are you trying to insinuate that this is like an Aster Arcadia situation with that comment? I hope you're not. Isn't that what, like, isn't that the thing, is like he did like a cooking stream? And people were not like expecting it to, like, and they kept getting like delayed because he got caught being like, I don't know what the hell's up with Aster Arcadia. I don't know why, but I just know that like there's the meme where he will never start. He has got like a cooking stream scheduled that that is like constantly being pushed back or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm doing this. This is like an interim stream. This is like, today's stream is like an interim stream. It's not really like it's not an important stream is what I'm trying to say. Like this doesn't matter. This does not matter at all. This stream, which means I should probably save some of the talking points today that I might like. I don't know. I should probably not be too interesting today because I gotta save that for next stream, which is the... Is it Taylor's Principle first, or is it Detroit Become Human? Let me see. What do we have lined up? Taylor's Principle. And then Detroit Become Human. Yeah. And then Super Intelligence by Nick Bostrom. Yep, okay. Yeah. Then I should just like save. Whatever. It's too late now. Already, it's on my head. Let me pull my stream up in my other thing, and then we'll talk about why I was late for an hour and a half. Why does it say stream finished? Is the stream finished? It's not. Okay. Okay, it's not. Okay. Christ. What the hell? Why are there two? What? Sorry. Nice to meet you. We weren't expecting you. Grandpa finally remembered we existed. Okay. Reminded me of that one time my brother forgot to pick me up from elementary school. Okay, all right. Okay, I see. Okay, we're still on that. All right, okay. The stream is not finished and there are two. Okay, sorry. My thing is bugging out. I don't know why it's showing me that there's like two. No, but it's fine now. It's fine now, I think. I'm trying to pull, whatever, I'll do it later. Actually, this does not matter. I'll do it later. Anyways, so Charis Euphranor, I hear you wondering, why were you an hour and a half late to the stream schedule? Okay, now, normally, I'm not that late. Normally, I'm like a little late. Normally, I'm like late by 5-10 minutes, and that's like kind of the expected standard lateness that I feel like should be expected. Like plus or minus 10 minutes is a normal thing for any event, situation, meetup. Like that should be expected, okay? Because this is not a life or death thing. This is a VTuber stream. This is in the grand scheme of things incredibly unimportant. So therefore, it shouldn't be held up to the rigid standards of time that we've imposed on ourselves due to capitalistic influence. But whatever, right? I will say that I'm very late today because I was gonna start stream. You know, I got everything in order, and I was actually gonna start early today. Believe it or not, you won't believe it. I know you're not gonna believe it, but you're just gonna have to believe it, okay? And like right before, probably like the hour before I was gonna stream, an old friend texted me. Now I haven't seen this friend in like 2 years. We haven't really talked much since. And he was just basically like, hey, do you have time to like talk? And me, being the great, amazing friend that I am, of course, was like, absolutely I have time to talk. What's up? And well, we spent a lot, and then we talked, and then we fucking talked. We had a very long, interesting conversation, discussion, catching up on stuff, you know, like what's been going on the past 2 years with you, how you've been, you know, recent revelations in one's life, and essentially kind of like catching up, but also discovering more about ourselves, or rather mainly me being now aware of how much he's changed since we last corresponded, and how fandom things have ruined his life now, and he's on AO3. So it's basically, no, it's not ruined. It's like he's actually like it's like overall a positive thing, but he's like on AO3 a lot now, and he's like, please help. He did not initiate. We was like, I could feel like he wanted to say something, and he was kind of reluctant to say it because he was like, he probably thought it was very embarrassing, which, you know, I understand, right? But then I got the sense of that while we were in the conversation, and I kind of just dropped. I was like, so we haven't spoken, but like I've been streaming. And then he's like, oh, okay. And then I said, like, I don't really use my face. And he was like, oh. And then I said, I gotta have and I just could, there was no way to put it well. So I just ripped off the Band-Aid, and I was like, I VTube. And then he was like, oh shit. What? And that probably got my friend to open up more. Feel more comfortable like opening up. What AO3 text? I don't know. I didn't ask, okay? Because I didn't want to... I'm not gonna... Okay, I actually know. I do kind of know, but I'm not gonna go into the details because that's not my story to tell. But like, I'll tell you that much. Like, I think... I think next correspondence, if he says, yeah, go ahead, talk about it on stream, I'll do that. But like, I'm gonna assume that, you know, he doesn't know that this is happening, so I'm only gonna be very vague and say that it's fandom stuff. Like it's fandom stuff he didn't think he'd be diving into, and now he's like caught. Now he's in the net of like thick reading. He doesn't write, but he like reads a lot. Having your friend through an AO3 addiction and coming out as a VTuber in one combo is crazy. It is. It's like I'm a we talked about how I'm like a closeted VTuber. Like I would never, like it seems like a cool thing, and I feel like if people were like, other than me and my situation, were a streamer, or like, you know, maybe God forbid a VTuber, right? But like a streamer, they wanted to like sorry, and they were very intimately involved in their streaming, and they enjoyed it and they liked it. They would go around telling other people, like, I enjoy this, and I've gained more success than I thought I would, but I would never tell a soul that's not like a close friend. You know, like I'm a closeted VTuber. Like no one around me in my usual circles of like 50+ year olds need to know, because I would have to explain what VTubing is, and then I would have to explain what streaming is, and I have to explain what like internet YouTube is, and maybe like YouTube Live and Twitch streaming culture. Like there's way too much. And like the concept of like a let's play, like the concept of like sitting down and playing a video game, and then people watch you play the video game, not like one person in like the same room as you, but like multiple people online. That's fucked up. Hypothetically, would you rather reveal that you were a podcaster or a VTuber? Podcaster 1000%. Podcaster, because people know that I'm a philosophy major, and if I tell them I'm also a podcaster, they'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? That's cool. That follows. If I were like a fucking, God forbid, if I were a business major and I told them I was a podcaster, I'd probably get like, you know, much more judgmental glares. Right? So yes, for sure, 100%, 1000%, I would much rather come out as a podcaster, because that makes more sense for like a philosophy degree. A VTuber is a completely foreign alien concept to 90% of the populace on Earth. Okay, maybe not 90%, but like, you know, actually maybe like 80%. 80% of the people on Earth like would have no idea what the fuck a VTuber is. And when you explain it, and when you explain a VTuber to someone who doesn't know VTubers, it's real fucking weird. Like, it's already weird enough, but if you are someone who doesn't even understand or is in like weeb or like anime culture at all, and you were to be explained what a VTuber is, it would raise a lot of red flags, I think. I don't know. And people are doing fan art writing AO3 stories about you. I haven't mentioned that part yet. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put that any further. Would you rather explain your internet history or show your fan art to your friends? Do you mean like all of my internet history, or what is stored on my cookies and browsers that I don't use incognito things for? Actually, I don't even use... Everything I use is on Reddit, so it's not even that bad. Probably my, like, internet history. Probably... Okay. No, let me think. Probably my internet history. Yeah. Is it as bad as having to explain anime? It's worse, because you explain anime, you're like, oh, like, you know, your parents walk in and they're like, is that one of those Chinese cartoons? Is that a Hatsune Miku? And then you kind of like, you know, you start from somewhere, and then you kind of gradually go like, no, Dad, it's actually Japanese. But then, oh, actually there is Chinese anime called donghua, but it's like not as popular. And then it's like, but so technically there are Chinese cartoons that look like this, but they're not quite the same thing. But it's like the Japanese version of this has existed for a little longer. Anyways, right? Like, there's a hurdle too, but also there's a good amount of the population that like Dragon Ball Z, you know, or Demon Slayer, or One Piece, and you can just kind of go like, it's basically that, you know, and they would go, oh, it's a Dragon Ball, oh, it's a Goku, you know, it's like, it's a Hatsune Miku, you know, they can, there's like a semblance, they can at least, there's one concept that has breached through the mainstream for them to grasp on. Anime is mainstream now, yeah, so anime itself is more mainstream now. So if you were to explain it to like, not your parents, but maybe like someone who's like older, in between your age and your parents' age, it's super easy, because you don't even have to explain it, they just know, right? To your parents, you might have to do a little bit of explanatory work, right? Because I'm assuming everyone here is probably in their like 20s or 30s, 40s. That's what my statistics are telling me, that half the people here are 20s to 30s. The other half are like 30s to 40s. So you probably have to do some amount of explanatory work for like anime. You'd probably have to do that. Let me see. 31% 18 to 24, 11% 25 to 34, 57% 35 to 44. So you, statistically, you the viewer, right? Statistically, you would probably have to ask your parents. Or sorry, you would have to explain to your parents what like anime is. And they might know what Dragon Ball, they might know what Hatsune Miku. So it's worse because now you have to be like, okay, so you know Deku, or sorry, not Deku. Do you know like Gohan? You know like fucking, you know Hatsune Miku? You know Hatsune Miku? And they're like, yeah, Hatsune Miku, yeah, okay. So like, there's now software that allows you to capture someone's like facial movements, and like express it like they're like almost like a puppet, and then it's like you're controlling an anime character and you're speaking as if you were an anime character, but you're not, but it kind of looks that way. And it's actually really wild, like how far that technology's gotten recently. And then, like, you know, you've already lost them, right? But at least they can kind of see like the appeal of the anime girl, right? The appeal of the anime girl is universal. Okay? It is. Here's the thing, right? Is the you have to admit that most people, or at least relatively speaking, a lot of people don't mind, or at least understand the core appeal of an anime girl. Okay, like an anime girl has an appeal that is very strong to men, to women, to people who are not even interested in women. Like an anime girl is like, it's a concept that makes sense. Right? Like it's like, oh yeah, you would want to, if you were to be something online, being an anime girl does, like, it kind of makes sense. That's not so bad. But then I'm a male, I'm a guy. So then if I had to explain VTubing, they'd be like, oh, so you pretend to be an anime girl? Like, how do you do that? You have got like a dude voice, you know, you are a man and you are male, you are mask presenting, right? Like, how do you do that? And I have to be like, well, I don't actually, I pretend to be an anime guy. And then there's like a, what? Why would you want to pretend to be an anime guy? And then you dive a little bit further and they go like, oh, so you're like Niji Sanji. And I have to be like, no, I am not nearly as successful. And I like to think that I do not BFE bait like in the same way. So then they're like, okay, well, if they don't want to, if you're not pretending to be their boyfriend, then what are you doing on stream? And do you understand how many hoops, like how little sense really this makes? This makes an incredibly little amount of sense. So no, I'm not showing my fan art to my friends. I'm not doing that. I'm especially not showing the fan art of me in like the type of femme presenting clothing that I would not wear in real life, or at least I've not ever worn in real life yet. I like to think I'm open-minded, but like I haven't yet delved into that specifically. It would be a shock, especially considering how, you know, standardly, is that like even what remotely close to what I'm trying to express? Like how I've been mostly I've pretty much only been mask presenting my whole life with no reason to like change that. Like I'm not dissatisfied with that in any way, at least not recently. I don't know. I remember having to explain to my dad that Perfect Blue was just an art film and satanic propaganda and not satanic propaganda. Yeah, so you're not gonna explain like a VTuber. Like, it's just not happening. It is not happening. The only way it could have kept happening was if we had more Gura baseball events for other sports. Then maybe you could start explaining it. But like that only happened once, and now Gura is dead. Okay, so it's not happening. It's what I'm trying to say. Your chat draws you scantily clad and writes fanfic of you, and you act like a pearl clutching professor. I'm not pearl clutching. I'm not, because that gives the impression that I'm like, you know, that I'm like, you know, overly prudish for seemingly no reason other than the ingrained heteronormative dynamics that society has put on me. But that's not the case. I need you to know that I'm enlightened and I'm not in fact very prudish. It's just I don't prefer it is all. Whatever, it doesn't matter. 60 years you haven't worn a dress once. Honestly, I'm surprised because like I have other friends who have worn like a dress or like they've cross-dressed for something at least once, but they're not like queer people. They're not really in queer communities or anything. They're just like dudes. They're just dudes that have cross-dressed for like a joke, for like a gag, which, you know, you could do whatever. But I've never done that. I realize I've never actually done that. I don't know why. I've never just had the opportunity to, maybe. I don't know. I never thought about it. I never thought about cross-dressing. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm just like making sure everything's lined up. So that doesn't matter. None of this matters. And like, that was why I was like an hour and a half late. So it's because we were talking and we kept talking, and then like, I kept delaying the stream because we were talking. I didn't want to be rude because like I did tell my friend at the beginning. I was like, oh, I have to like go do something in an hour. I have to like stream in an hour, right? Right near the beginning of the conversation, I was like, I have to stream really soon. And then he was like, yeah, sure. And then we just kept talking, and I didn't want to be rude and be like, all right, I gotta go now and do my shit. So I just kind of kept delaying, and I was like waiting till when there was a natural conclusion to this conversation, and it just like happened to be like 40 minutes ago. So then I rushed into my shower and then came on stream. That's why I'm late. Okay, that's why I'm late. Is because I decided that catching up with my friend and not interrupting him like the rude person that you guys are all expecting me to be, and instead actually just, you know, respecting the time I spend with people I know in real life more than strangers on the internet, is something I've realized is more important to me. And so I said, fuck you, I'm gonna delay the stream. Cross-dressing being a gag for straight dudes is just reinforcing gender performative aspects of masculinity. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Why can't a guy just wear a dress and have it not be a joke? Of course, that's the whole thing, yeah. But like, so I've never really like done it because I was never like, it's funny. Because it didn't feel like I didn't get the joke, is what. Like, what was funny wasn't that they were straight dudes wearing like feminine clothing. What was funny was they were so uncomfortable doing it, but some of them maybe were like a little less uncomfortable than they wanted to be, and so they had to feign like a discomfort. They had to pretend like, oh wow, this is cringe, but they're actually kind of like digging it a little bit, and they kind of have to hide it. That's funny to me. That I laugh at. That is hilarious. They're kind of like feeling themselves in a bit. They're like, okay, I'm kind of like, you know, but they can't show it because then their masculinity is gonna crumble. That's funny. I feel like if I were to be in a dress, I'd... Oh, fuck. Oh, no, I walked into it. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess I would look... I wouldn't look the worst in like a dress or like a skirt. Baby steps, start with a skirt first. No. No, we're not doing that. Not in the near future or whatever. No, okay. Here's why it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because I have hair on my legs. Okay, like I have There's hair on my legs. I'll we're getting into graphic detail, okay? Like there is, as the human body is, people grow hair on their body, and if they don't shave it, there will be hair. Then shave your legs 5 head. Okay, but I don't want to shave my legs because like I don't. That's more work. That's a lot of work. Like, I'm not opposed to having my hair shaved. It's just like that's way too much effort to do what? To wear a skirt? Why? I don't care. I'm not gonna. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's what we have to do all the time. Okay, well that's like your problem. That's not my problem. I don't have to deal with that. You don't need to shave to wear a dress. Yeah, but I would look a lot better if I mean, like, you know, like if I were to wear a dress, I would want I wouldn't just wear it as a gag. Like I'd want to like wear it well. And if I were to wear it well, I think, if I were to wear femme clothing, I think I personally, and this is not a value statement on everyone. I'm not saying all people who wear skirts or dresses should shave legs. That's not what I'm saying, okay? What I'm saying is for me personally, because and from my personal goals and objectives, when I wear articles of clothing that are not my standard usual comfort fit, it's probably because I want to look good in it. I would probably have to shave my legs, like, because I think if I were to wear, and I don't know because I've never worn it, right? I've never like even seen myself in the mirror wearing that. But if I were to do that, I would have to, like, I would probably have to shave to like look better, for me personally, for myself, not for anyone else, for myself. You know, women wear pants too. Yeah, I'm just like, what I mean is like, if I were to wear something that shows my legs and in an article of clothing that is traditionally more feminine, like, you know, like a dress or skirt, then I would want to shave my legs to look better, because I think I would look better in that. This is not what I think anyone would. This is just me. Wear stockings, wear pantyhose to cover up. That's more work, not to put more shit on. No. Whatever. I'm gonna play a video game. They can sculpt and help your legs look more toned too. Stop selling me on the pantyhose and stockings. Stop selling me on that. I'm not gonna... Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? What was I saying? Anyways, I was really like, I was really proud of my friend, because when we were talking, he kind of was like, I feel like he kind of said like, oh, now I feel like, I didn't realize this, but now I feel more in touch with my emotions, like something along the lines of that. I'm not gonna obviously tell you exactly what's going on, but like I'll give you like a rough, maybe like the gist of it, the vibe of it. Like, but he was like, oh, I'm a lot more in touch with my emotions now. I'm a lot more like not involved, but like, you know, you inevitably, if you dive into like fics online, you will be more involved with queer culture and queer communities, and he's been made a lot more aware of that stuff, because for the longest time that's not really been a thing he's thought about. So that's cool too. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome, that's great. To wear a long dress. He's afraid of wearing... Yes, I'm not afraid of wearing a dress. I'm just like, I don't like care for it. Anyways, this conversation with him went really well, and like, you know, he's doing a lot better than I ever thought he'd be, which is really cool, and it's really heartwarming. And that's why I delayed the stream for an hour and a half. Okay, it's because I was doing that. That was a lot more important than whatever the fuck this is. This is a lot more important than me here, like, than you guys trying to sell me on the concept of wearing a dress. Turtleneck, cardigan, and long skirt combo. That does look good, but like not on me. I don't think it would look good on me. I think it would look good on someone else, but I don't think it would look good on me. Okay, whatever. Anyways, today we're gonna play. One more thing Someone said something earlier that I forgot to respond to. The friend you connected with wasn't the one that made content for selling courses. No, this is not the guy who I've ranted about on previous streams who makes content, short form content on like how to like self-help stuff that's not good. It's not that. It's not that guy. It's a very different guy. And it occurred to me, it's like this is the third time this week where an old friend of mine has reached out to me and like initiated a conversation, or like, you know, started a call and was like, hey, what's up, Charis Euphranor? It's been a while. How are you doing? Do you want to talk? Like, and then we, you know, have a conversation. They're like, oh damn, I missed talking to you, man. Please like visit, or like come here to this location that is very far away. And I go like, no, I can't go to that location that's very far away because I don't live there. I live in the Library of Alexandria now. And they go like, damn, I can't visit you either, but you know, one day we should go on a trip. And it's like, this is like the third time, and it's a separate, these are not the people from the same friend groups. These are very separate, different people. Like, is it reconnecting season? Is that like, is it now is the season? It's the seasonal time that's like people are now reaching out to their old friends again. Is that what this is? You can be the one to initiate too. Okay, like I could, but also I'm really busy. What's stopping you? This is stopping me. This shit. Thinking about this shit all the goddamn time, and having to plan shit, having to like interface and like talk to other VTubers and like figure things out, and then like plan my own VTubing streams, and then like think about themes, and then do like basic background research, and then also playing Hades 2 because I'm just... Okay. I just cleared... this will not make sense to like 95% of you, because I don't think any of you play Hades 2. At least, I don't think any of you play more than I do, okay? But like, I just cleared both a surface and an underworld run on Hades 2 on 41 fear. I think it was 41. Yeah, 41 fear. I did a 41 fear clear for both underworld and surface. I have never gamed so hard in my life. I'm locking in. Okay? That's what I was doing. Stop using us as an excuse. You barely stream. I do. I stream all the time. I stream more. Not okay. I stream a good amount. I don't know. I have no idea what that means, but I'm assuming it took a long ass time. Actually, only 20 minutes. The run only took 20 minutes because the fear modifiers basically make the game harder. But you can design it, you can manipulate it so that it's like harder in the way you want it to be. And I set it up so that it's like the run would be like a super fast tempo run. I wanted to say like the tempo and pacing would be quick, and then I said tempo run, and then that sounded like temple run, whatever. I set it up so that the like there was a timer for every region you would have to beat, so it was actually a really quick run, but it's really fucking hard. Like grinding it didn't take that long. Grinding the run and learning like and being good at the game didn't take as long as like actually theory crafting what the fuck to do. You're bragging like we'd know what you're talking about. That's why I preface this by saying like none of you will know what I'm saying. But the 1% of you that does know, you're going to be very impressed. Because 41 is not easy, okay? The game has challenges for 8. So you clear the game, the base game, and that's already impressive enough. You clear it, and then there's a fear modifier that goes up to like 60 something, right? But it's impossible to do that at the moment. The game has in-game achievements for 8 fear, 16 fear, and 32 fear. 32 is the standard for like, you know, peak difficulty, or like peak like normal peak difficulty before you get into speedrunning. Like at that point you get into challenge running and speedrunning at post 32, right? I got to 41, okay, motherfuckers. I think the record is like 57 or something, which is way more impressive, but like, you know, Whatever. It feels like hearing someone explain Bionicle's lore. Well, that's not... Actually, it's probably very similar. It's probably actually very similar. You're probably a memorable person or someone people feel inclined to reach out to. I know. I know that. I know that's true. I know that is true. And that's good because now I don't have to reach out to people. People will just reach out to me. That's great. That's the ideal thing, is like I don't really have to reach out to people. People will just talk to me, but then I will respond. It's not like, oh, I'm like, you know, please form a queue and then I will, you know, begin to address everyone's concerns. No. It's more like I don't initiate conversation with people because I'm so preoccupied with stuff. But the moment someone, you know, DMs me or like, you know, gives me a call or whatever, then they're my immediate #1 priority. How does it feel like living my dream, you sick son of a bitch? I don't know. I'm just saying it's like it can get pretty busy, but you know what? It's great. Nothing to complain about. What I will say is it is not I was gonna say it's not difficult, but that's not gonna sound great. What I will say is something that might help if you want people to reach out to you is like more than you reaching out to others, is whenever people reach out to you, you double the effort in your response. So like if you feel like someone's reaching out to you with like maybe 50 energy, whatever, right? Then your response should be 100 energy. Like they will come to you going like, hey, how's it been? What's up, man? And then you fire back with double that. You go, hey, it's been great. I've been doing this. It's really cool. How have you been doing? Do you want to like hang out? Do you want to talk? Whatever. And then, you know, that might help. I already do that. Okay, well, I don't know. Good luck. I don't know what else to say other than do that and have friends that are kind of unsatisfied with their local friendships and are therefore reaching out to their more long distance friendships, I guess. I don't know. It kind of like it happens when you know and it happens seasonally. Could you put it in League of Legends terms? No. Hello. Hi, Lucy. Hello. The stream started. The stream actually happened. It was gonna happen. It's not... Again, this is not an Aster Arcadia situation. I was just busy and preoccupied with something that I just spent, like, the past 40 minutes explaining. Jesus. I need to shut up. None of my really close friends have reached out in years. Okay, then reach out back. Okay, do it then. If no one else is reaching out and you're thinking about if you're sitting there thinking, I wish they would reach out, then you should just reach out. Okay, that's the thing. That's the thing, is like, if you are sitting there thinking you want them to reach out, then you should just be the one doing the reaching out. I'm not really ever sitting thinking, oh, I want people to reach out to me. It just sort of happens. Because if I'm thinking, oh, I really want to talk to this person, I wish they would talk to me, I would just go and talk to that person. I would just reach out to them. It's also not an Aster Arcadia situation because you haven't been a sex pest behind the scenes. Yes, and hopefully never will I be in a situation like that. I can't imagine that being the case, but you can never be too certain. Please never schedule a cooking stream. No problem. 40 minutes? I got the notification like 5 minutes ago. What? 5 minutes ago? Is the Discord ping working? It is working. Where's like a schedule? It pinged everyone like 40 minutes ago. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Point is, that's what I've been doing. I have been busy and I will be busy. Will be? I don't know if I will be busy, but yeah. I would hope that your personality wouldn't lend itself to that. Hopefully not as a little worrying of an answer. It is worrying, but like what I mean is like you, because people get into scandals and controversies that they're innocent of, right? That happens. That was more like the hopefully. That was where that was placed. Was like, hopefully I don't get falsely accused and Google Doc'd out of nowhere. I don't get a Google Doc put on me, despite, like, you know, not being deserving of one. But like, also at the same time, I understand that I might, under some situations, come off as abrasive. I'm very outwardly, staunchly supportive of certain things that may be unsavory. And therefore, I think the chances of me being the target of a hate campaign, like a smear campaign, are not zero. I don't think they're very high. And the main reason it's not very high is because I'm a fucking nobody and I'm irrelevant and nobody cares for a VTuber with like 600 YouTube subs. Like, it doesn't, that is, nobody cares. No, it doesn't matter. But if that were not the case, because I have relatively strong opinions, or at least my opinions I feel very strongly for, people who disagree with me might be incentivized to do that, to, like, you know, send out a personal attack or whatever. Is Wanderstop the designated complaint about AI game? I didn't even think about that. I just made the connection. Oh my god, thank you for saying that. I completely forgot that the last time I played Wanderstop, I just complained about AI the whole stream. I forgot. I actually forgot. I actually just scheduled Wanderstop today, because, like, in between now and, like, the AI stuff we're gonna do in the near future, because I was just like, I need an in-between game that's, like, not too long, and I need to do, like, a stream, but I'm not sure what to do. So I'm gonna just play something chill. Oh, I can do Wanderstop. I'm gonna continue on Wanderstop. I completely forgot that last time the whole Wanderstop stream was just me complaining about AI. What was it? It was like the fucking studio, like, hey Grok, generate Studio Ghibli image of me and my friend. You fucking mongrel, you absolute buffoon. No, draw it yourself. Pick up the goddamn pen. And I was doing that for like 3 hours, 4. I don't remember. Google Docs are for sexual deviants, not for people who are a little abrasive, and their brand is being a little abrasive. Okay, yeah, but like, but then they might smear me and accuse me of that and misconstrue things I say. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm like, hopefully I won't run into like a situation like that. But you never know. And, you know, speaking on AI, now someone could just, what if someone just fabricates evidence? What if someone just fabricates evidence of me being, like, horrible and gross and whatever? Like, that could happen. That could happen. You know what? Like, okay, fine. I need to go. I'll just go into the game. I'm just gonna go into the fucking game. I'll just get... Does this work? Oh my god. Everything looks a bit clearer now. You must wear the dress now to beat the allegations. Fucking no, that has nothing to do with it. But like, you are welcome to join SFW with me, but I'm not encouraging it. Isn't the same thing as drop porn to me so I can commission you and not pay. Also, yeah, yes, it's obviously different, yes, but like, okay, here's the first, okay, I know I'm playing the game. Hold on, what the fuck am I supposed to do in this game? Give me about, okay, I'm gonna talk about Pedro Pascal. In like 3 minutes, okay? Give me 3 minutes to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing in this video game, and then I will talk about the Pedro Pascal thing. Because I need to talk about it. I actually need to talk about that. Okay, I serve coffee. Tea. Sorry, I serve tea. Why would I be serving coffee? I don't even like coffee. I like tea, though. I need to serve tea. This person wants... Dear, I must inquire as to the state of my tea. You recall the ingredients, don't you? Lavender ghost fruit and a color-swapped ghost fruit as well. Lavender ghost fruit, color-swapped ghost fruit. How the fuck do I get a color-swapped ghost fruit? How do I check what my... Lavender ghost fruit, color-swapped ghost fruits. Okay, we stash it. F is the field guide. Lavender. Tea request. Lavender ghost fruit, color swap ghost. Yeah, there it is. Okay. That's not even here. Chip chip, mesri, snot cone, painted gourd, prison pepper, blue loop, ghost fruits. Okay, I need 4 greens. And then a different colored one? What does that mean? Is that a... Do I already have it? Do I have... No, I don't. Is that... No, that's a sprout. Fuck. I wanted to drop it. Mesberry. Blue loop. What's this? Waper? No. Okay, I need the greens assembled. Okay. Okay. There. 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 These are green, right? Why do they look blue? Am I colorblind? No, I'm fine. And then I water the plant here. Yes, there we are. Store it. Take that. That's a ghost fruit. I've got 1 ghost fruit. Now I gotta change the color of the ghost fruit. How the hell do I change the color of the ghost fruit? With a hue shroom. Now, how do I need to put 3 hue shrooms. I need to put 3 hue shrooms. I've got 1 hue shroom. I need to look for 2 more hue shrooms. Put them around this plant. I'm gonna put 1 here. Yeah, okay. In like a little triangle. I gotta just go around and look for hue shrooms. Is that a hue shroom? That's a hue shroom. Okay, that's huge. And I gotta look for 1 more hue shroom. Okay. Okay, I'm locked in. I've understood the assignment. I think. Yeah. Okay. People doing AI videos of him kissing and groping his coworkers is fucked up. Yes. Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about... Okay, now I need to talk about the Pedro Pascal thing. I fell for it. Okay? I'll be the first to admit it. Okay, I have to admit it right now to you. Which leads me to my further complaints now, right? On AI in general. But specifically, I feel awful. I feel terrible. Because I fell for it. I didn't do anything to perpetuate the hate. I wasn't going around telling people like, hey, isn't that Pedro Pascal guy being weird? Haha, it's kind of, you know, whatever. Like making fun of him or what. I didn't do that. I didn't. But I let those like clips form not like my impression of him, but I believed it. I believed what I saw, and I did think, oh wow, that is like a little gross that he would do that to like his co-workers while they're on like the Fantastic Four tour. The context for that is the fact that I have not actually watched the movie. I didn't go in YouTube's and like actually look at the reviews for the film or whatever. I didn't do any of that. Okay, I've got 2 ghost fruits now. What do I need after that? Lavender. How do I get lavender? Where's lavender? Where is it? I don't see lavender. Chip, miss. What? Dupe, shrink, gift, hue. Where would I find it? What? Is it because it's just uncharted? Like, do I have to plant a new thing? Hello, what the fuck are you here for? Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying? I was trying to express the point that I, in my infinite wisdom, or so I thought, had fallen for something very simple. An AI manipulated footage that designed to smear someone to make them look bad. That was what happened to Pedro Pascal. So I don't know how or why that's been going on for. Apparently, according to some rumors, it was J.K. Rowling. But I'm not trusting the fucking internet anymore for anything, okay? Like, I feel horrible that my opinion of this man, who I don't know, was ruined or, like, lessened significantly because of something that was completely faked. It was made up. And I just saw it online, and I didn't retweet anything. I didn't, share anything. But I nonetheless was shaped by it. And my opinion of this person went down quite a bit because of that. That's fucked up. Like, this person did not deserve my judgment in that way for something he didn't do. And I hope that this is the last time I make that mistake. I didn't, again, I'm taking this really seriously, as if I was, like, I was the #1 hater throughout the duration. No, I wasn't really doing that. Like, I wasn't going on about how Pedro's like the worst person on earth and he's a creep and people should not watch the movie at all. Like, I didn't watch the movie, but not because of him. I just didn't watch it because I haven't, like, I don't really, there's no one around me at the moment to watch it with me, and like I'll get to that thing later. But like the point is, like, I did not act on it, but nonetheless I feel awful. I feel not only just awful, but also I feel vulnerable, because now they could do this shit for other celebrities or other people, or even me, or people I know, and I would fall for it. Or I would hope not. I would hope that this is a learning experience. I would hope this is the last time I have let altered AI things negatively shape my opinion of someone who didn't deserve that. But I don't know what the fuck to trust anymore. What can I, like, because it was so convincing. What can I trust if not that? What am I to do? I don't know. Worst part is he's an absolute sweetie who's very respectful of women. If anyone doesn't deserve that, it's him. Yeah, like, why? Why did they do that to him? That's fucked up. Why did I believe it? I don't know why I believed it. I was so ready. And I have the gall to sit there and cross my arms and judge the other 60-year-olds for going on, the 60-year-old moms on Facebook, for falling for obvious, bullshit AI generated propaganda, when I'm also now just falling for slightly more advanced versions of that. I'm not a hypocrite. But damn, I am really in no place to lecture, because, like, I fell for it. I fell for it. Fuck. I feel awful. But you know what? More than awful, I feel angry. I feel fucking pissed off. I feel pissed the fuck off that someone made me fall for that. Like, I'm annoyed. Are there any red seeds? If not, then, like, how are we supposed to... Whatever, we'll figure it out. Does this give lavender? Whey per sprout. What? What? Oh, this is lavender. This is what I wanted. I was trying to discover something else, but I already found the thing I wanted. Okay. Okay, good. Hey, sexy man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Old man scared because he's starting to experience cyber psychosis. Like, it's because it's only gonna get better. And I obviously, like, it's one thing to say, oh, it's only gonna get better, it's only gonna get better, like, watch out, watch out. But I've been doing it from the perspective of, like, I would never fall for this. Like, I've been doing it from the perspective of, like, you Mundanites need to be aware that this thing is happening, and I'm telling you now because I'm better than everyone, and I'm smarter, and I can tell when when something is AI generated because of the fingers and because of the whatever. I couldn't fucking tell with any of the Pedro Pascal stuff. I didn't. I genuinely do not see a problem with it because I wasn't even, the worst part was I didn't, for a moment, like, there was a lapse in my head and I just didn't even think to be skeptical. That was the worst part, was I didn't even think that it could be AI. I just thought, oh wow, damn, this is scandalous. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be that guy right now. Ooh, like, you're gonna fall for those car warranty scam calls? Okay, please be honest. Please be honest with me. Please, if you are lurking, now's the time to say something. Please. And comment if you are, I'm not going to invoke this lightly. I'm going to invoke this today, okay? Please comment or say something, anything. Okay, right now. If you also fell for the Pedro Pascal thing. I need to know I'm not alone in this. I need to know that. I need to know that I wasn't the only one. I know that I'm not alone. I know one of my friends also fell for it. And we talked about it, but like that was it. Am I crazy? Have I lost it? Have I just lost the ability to distinct? Am I just getting too old? Am I actually? I mean, I was gonna say, am I actually 60 years old? But obviously I am. But am I actually old now? What's going on? It was never on my timeline. It was on some of the timelines I'm in. I'm on, when I'm scrolling like Reddit. It's been there, but I never really I remember seeing those videos and going like, oh, I don't know about that. And like on Twitter, I would see it as well. Just do the Amish and the prank videos and go, yeah, sure, buddy, when you see something that could possibly be AI. Anything could possibly be AI. That's what's troubling, is like there's no longer like a tell. There's no longer like a thing of like, oh, this could be. Anything could be. Anything you could see online could not just be AI, but convincingly so. It's fucked up. I don't get it. How am I supposed to live my life now? How am I supposed to use the internet? How am I supposed to trust? What if someone says, what if tomorrow it's like, oh, like new Maury Calliope controversy just dropped, and then it's like, someone, wait, the tea's already made? Has it been made? That's a berry. That's a fucking berry. Sorry, where are the cups? Where are the cups? Okay, this goes in the wash. Okay, let me get one of these cups. Let me just put it here before I lose my fucking mind. I still got it. It's the perfect pour. I still got it. Where's the person? There she is. Hello. Splendid, thank you. I must say, It's utterly lukewarm. It hasn't. Oh shit. Okay, okay. So we gotta dump this whole thing. We gotta start over. What Pedro Pascal thing? Okay, so Pedro Pascal is doing a tour right now along with the rest of the Fantastic Four cast for the new Marvel movie. Okay, new Marvel movie. Yeah. You can go ahead and like make fun of me for it. I didn't watch it. Okay, I didn't even watch it. But like, new Marvel movie just dropped. Okay, and I was made aware of it, and there have been now realized AI edited. How do I make tea? What the fuck am I doing? Now I'm now aware, but I wasn't at the time, that there were AI alterations to certain clips of them that portrayed Pascal in a very negative light. Namely, showing that he was very inappropriately touching one of his co-workers, one of his co-stars, who was, I think, married and pregnant. And there was a lot of rage bait online for how people were saying, oh, this is gross behavior, and like, oh, I would like touching a married woman like that is wild, you know, like in public, like, and like shit like that, like, and it's all fake. Apparently, I'm pretty sure it's all fake. It's fake. I think I'm fairly. I don't know what's real anymore. I have no goddamn clue. I have no idea. But that's the thing. I don't care enough, and I saw the Twitter hate plus people saying there's a smear campaign before the fakes popped up, so I was already suspicious. Okay, that's good, because I didn't see this the people talking about the smear campaign or like the beef or whatever. All I saw were those videos out of context, and you know, my dumbass was like, "Oh shit, that must mean he did it." I'm worried, man. I'm worried. I don't know what I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. How do I fucking, where do I get water? That's what I do. Yeah, I gotta pull water in. Oh, I got it. I remember how to make tea. Yeah, all I remember was just seeing those videos on my timeline and going like, damn, this guy's a creep. And then not thinking about it anymore. And in hindsight, realizing, oh, I fucking fell for it. I fucking fell for it. The, you know, the thing that was cautioned to me as a thing that you should be wary about with AI. Like, this is one of the named like use cases for negative use cases for generative AI videos that people should be aware of. And I thought, yeah, of course, that makes perfect sense. And I wasn't aware of it. Like a goddamn buffoon. Oh. I didn't put the fucking tea in it! I didn't put the tea in the thing! I gotta do it again! I'm doing it again! Fucking hell. Whatever. Him holding his coworker's hands is real. Him grabbing them and kissing them is not. Okay. Don't care about him or Marvel, so not losing sleep whether or not those videos are fake. You should be losing sleep not because of Marvel. Like, I didn't watch the movie either. I don't care. Like, I'm not devastated that my favorite Marvel cast is doing whatever. I don't care. I would be devastated if Tom Hiddleston was caught in like a controversy like that. I would actually be devastated. But like, that probably won't happen, right? Anyways, hopefully. But anyways, you should be scared because this shit can happen to anyone. If it can happen to someone who's like, you know, relatively uncontroversial, like Pedro, and people would fall for it, and you know what? I am people. I am people. Then it can happen to anyone, and it will only get worse. Like, how are we supposed to live in this post-truth era and not have constant skepticism over every little thing, especially if you are philosophically trained to be skeptical of things? How are you supposed to ever have trust in anything again? Anymore? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm in crisis. Vapor sprout. That's not what I wanted. I remember people saying how weird it was about him being touchy, but I never saw the AI videos. All I saw were the AI videos, man. I was in the trenches. I was right there in the front center seat for the propaganda, and I didn't even notice. I didn't have a fucking clue. Ah, it was rough. Do I have another ghost fruit? No, I don't. I need like a ghost fruit. How do I get a ghost fruit again? Greens and a triangle. Got it. I should probably plant some of these. Can I get more seeds from this? No. Wait. Rose mad about tea. What did I walk in on? I'm not mad about the tea. I'm mad about the fact that I fell for a very easy AI scam that could be constantly replicated over and over again eventually to like the peril of humanity. And I fucked up the tea while complaining about it. That's what I'm mad about. That's the thing that angers me. That's the thing. That's the culmination of stuff that angers me. Okay, I should get enough. Should have enough green seeds. Now I just take the green seeds, put them in a triangle, as such. There we go. And we water. Now we water. Water again. There's a plant. That should be everything we need. Okay. Now I grab the tea leaf. Where did I put it? Okay, I gotta like... Okay. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Now I'll not fuck up the tea anymore. I promise. I'm angry at the world. I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at, like, you know, the whole AI. Like, I'm angry at AI. I'm angry at the robots. I'm angry at the fucking clankers. I'm fucking mad. I'm pissed off. I'm ready to complain about it. I can't wait for complain week. I'm not actually complaining this week. Okay, hold on. Let me just wrap up this bit and then we'll go into the AI, right? We'll go more into the AI. But to wrap up the Pedro Pascal thing, I fell for it. I feel so ashamed that I did. I wish I were a better person, and hopefully I will be eventually. But right now, I wallow in shame, and I have a level, I had, not of animosity, but a level of, are these purple? These are purple, hopefully. Yeah, okay. But I had a level of, contempt for someone who I don't know, based off of information I had that was wrongful, like, and AI generated. That is dangerous, and it leads to a slippery slope for further shit. And, like, I don't know. I don't know how to live with myself, man. I don't know. I don't know. Cameron, did you have the conversation with our team about the BL games and a Megaverse quiz yet? Not yet. Don't stop asking for it. Stop. Every time you ask for it, like, you're gonna remind her, and she's gonna have to remind me. I don't want to be reminded of this. Breaking news, old man angry about new developments in tech and culture. No! Yes, but no! I'm not angry about the developments. I'm angry about the consequences of the developments. I'm angry about the constant, like, unending amount of new shit that we're gonna have to worry about. And the fact that people cannot be trusted to not use things for malicious intent. whenever possible for petty reasons, and how that can lead to very quickly snowballing disastrous consequences in our age of fast food information consumption. And although I am an overt vocal critique of all of this, I am nonetheless vulnerable to it. That's fucking me up right now, man. That's fucking me up. Splendid, thank you. My dear, it is the perfect picture of quality tea preparation. Do you not see how the layering of the ghost fruit colors elevate the status of the tea? Details like this are invaluable, and you've done a marvelous job. My deepest compliments. It is, of course, appropriate that I compensate you for your work now. Therefore, I offer you the most valuable payment of all, a piece of advice. Motherfucker, I wish I could pay things in advice. Can you imagine, as a philosophy major, if I could just pay shit in advice? God. Oh, goody. Here's my advice that I offer to you, ahem. You should endeavor to slow down so that you notice the beauty of life. I know that, and there you have it. It's good advice, but I already knew that. Okay, I was saying this shit. I'm saying this shit already. That's fantastic. Very helpful. Yes, of course. Well, it's just simple facts of our world, quite rudimentary. Now then, I must sit with this tea for a moment to savor its taste. Excuse me. All right, see you later. Ugh. Do you plan to finish Detroit Become Human in one stream? No, I do not. I plan to finish... I don't plan to finish Taylor's Principle in one stream either. I plan to do these streams to do a Detroit Become Human and Taylor's Principle stream for the rest of the month, and splatter in rant streams in between. This week we're gonna do a bit of a reading of Nick Bostrom's Superintelligence. I don't expect to finish that either. I'm expected. Well, here's what you can expect. The 3 streams, right? Nick Bostrom, Detroit Become Human, and the Taylor's Principle. These 3 things are going to happen for a while. They're going to happen in the near future for a while. If you don't like it, this is gonna be the channel for the rest of like the month. In between them, I will also add in other streams, like discussion streams, that are all going to revolve around the topic of AI, because that's what we're talking about. You know what? I can talk about the Pedro Pascal thing. I can talk about that now, because I've experienced it. I really did. I could just recycle. Okay, this stream, pretend you didn't watch the stream. Pretend you didn't watch the stream. I'm going to rehash all the talking points, and I'm going to try to recapture the emotion and the rage and the despair I felt this stream. And I'm going to like do that stream again. I'm going to do this stream again without the tea making. But with like a fancier thumbnail title that people will click onto. And then we'll talk about the Pedro Pascal thing because it's recent. And there's reason to talk about it. It's not just like drama and news for the sake of it. But the reason to talk about it is because 1, it's related to the themes we're doing today. But, oh, who's this? Hello. But 2, because I fell for it. Tell me your thoughts about Pedro Pascal's small VTuber man. I just did that like 2 minutes ago. You joined just as I wrapped up. So give me 1 moment and I'll rehash it again. Hello, I'm Jerry. Perhaps you can help me. The meeting will be starting soon, and I am running behind schedule. It does look the part, yeah. Therefore, I must get to the boardroom. Where is the boardroom? This is a tea shop. There is no boardroom. I see, so the boardroom is not here. Correct, it is not. I see. Well then, thank you for the information. Do you want tea? No, I do not drink tea, but I will take on coffee, thank you. We don't have coffee here, only tea. No, I do not wish for tea. I will have a coffee. Do you not understand what I'm saying? We don't have coffee. Yes, you do not have coffee. However, coffee is what I would like. I mean, you could think whatever you want, I suppose. Yes, I will do so. Whenever you have coffee, I will take it. What? But we don't have coffee. Whatever. I'm going to sit with this tea. We're going to do this cutscene. I'm going to think about it, and then I'll get back to the Pedro Pascal thing, because I talked about it for a while. Everyone else in chat who already knew, can you fill everyone who does... Can someone fill in people who don't know on the Pedro Pascal thing? Thank you. I need to drink some tea and clear my head, because that shit is, it's fucking me up, man.
My mom sent me to summer camp every year as a kid. And I kind of liked it. Felt nice. Being out there. Away from the world. God. So there was this one year where a kid at camp actually died. She got lost on a hike and they never found her. And it was a whole spectacle. But one of the other kids told me that the camp counselors had murdered her. In hindsight, this other kid was clearly just making stuff up. But I took the story very seriously. It's almost like I was so ready to believe it. It just made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like something I'd already known for so long. After that, I would size up the camp counselors. Staying closer to the ones I thought I could fight off. Further from the ones who I thought could outrun me.
I felt that as well. I was so ready to just accept information from people. I needed to be a little bit more skeptical, even though that was exactly what I preached. What's up? Hello. Hang on, are you the same guy I just talked to? He looks like a different guy. You are mistaken. You and I have not spoken. You must have spoken with Jerry. I'm Larry. Perhaps you can help me. I'm needed at the boardroom for the presentation. I am behind schedule. Can you direct me to the boardroom? You guys are both completely off course. You guys? You and Jerry. I assume you're going to the same boardroom. No, you are mistaken. Jerry and I work in different departments. Jerry is less consistent in delivering quarterly growth for his department than I am. For that reason, I've been asked to deliver a presentation to the board. In order to prepare for my presentation, I require coffee. We do not have coffee, only tea. I see. However, it is important that I not deliver my presentation until I have coffee. Therefore, I will wait here until coffee becomes available. Okay. Alright. Is he walking in circles? No, he was, though. Where's he going? Whatever. I remember filling this with jars of honey. Or something of the sort. Good times. See, who are these questionable individuals gathering nearby? The ones in hideous suits. I find their drab appearance quite offensive to the sensibility of this shop. They've been requesting that I make coffee. Coffee? Do they not see that we are in a tea shop? How dreadfully arrogant to make demands for a drink as vulgar as coffee, here of all places. The self-absorption of these corporate types sickens me dreadfully, I must say. No, I cannot stand to be around them any longer. I must bid you farewell and return to my travels. Take care, my dear. I hope to return one day under less dreary circumstances. Okay, goodbye. Game audio is very quiet. I gotta turn it up then. It's at full already. Okay. Should be better now then. Okay, so now to return to the Pedro Pascal thing. I fell for it. So there were... The Pedro Pascal thing is a series of deep-faked AI videos that have portrayed him in a very negative light. Including specifically footage of him allegedly, like, kissing his co-stars, his married co-stars, live, or not live, but like, you know, in interviews, and just generally being very inappropriately touchy and whatever. By the way, the thing is, like, this, it's slander for both of them, right? Like, it's the Pascal and the other co-star. But the fact that I don't know the name of the other co-star, because all the headlines are about Pascal, says something about the way we are ready to receive information depending on male and like female celebrities, right? Like that says something about that as well. Okay, like I don't know what it does exactly, but it says something. It says some shit that I only know that, like, it's only Pascal that looks bad. Why shouldn't the woman also bear responsibility for this, you know, for this, right? Because she clearly seemed in the deepfaked videos as well to be receptive of it, right? So like it makes both of them look bad, but for some reason all the headlines and all the captions, all of the shit is centered around making him look bad. I don't know why. Well, now we know why, or now we can suspect why. It's because of there was a smear campaign directed specifically against him. Hello, this is Jerry. My name is Terry. Fuck. I would like your assistance. I'm looking for the boardroom. There is no boardroom here. You are mistaken. The boardroom is where I will be delivering my presentation. Therefore, in order to most effectively deliver it, I request a cup of coffee. Okay, we don't have coffee. Once I have coffee, I will seek the boardroom. Okay, we're gonna look for coffee. We're gonna go make coffee, I think, or something. Do you think you believed it because the lie was low stakes to you, or was it really convincing? I think I believed it because the lie was low stakes for me, because I didn't care for Fantastic Four. I didn't really particularly care for Pedro Pascal, in the sense that like he's just a celebrity to me. Like I don't really have, there aren't that many projects he's in that I was really interested in, at least not recently. And also because of all like the news, because it's almost so normalized that celebrities are gonna be creepy and inappropriate because something the power gets to their head. I guess I just was very pessimistic about people, and I was so ready to believe it, the worst in them, because almost like in my head there was a distrust. There was a distrust for celebrities, but also like men in particular. I need to think about that. I need to sit with myself on that. Like I don't know what that's about. Like I don't know why I am more ready to distrust men, or I'm more receptive to news that like men are bad actors than women are bad actors. Like I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that should be the way one approaches these things, but I can tell you that at the moment this is how my brain operates, and I need to think about whether or not that's good, or whether or not that's like, you know, something I need to correct. Okay, I'll come back to you in like 2 or 3 business weeks, okay? But in the meantime, like, I'm chewing on it. So, like, I was just ready to believe it. I was just ready to see that, oh, another celebrity is being weird. But then the fact that it isn't is now sending me in shock, because, oh, this is an innocent man. That I didn't do anything. I did not participate in this at all. I didn't retweet anything, didn't like anything. I just saw it and I scrolled on. Like I didn't really, you know, it didn't take up that much of my time. But like it happened over the course of a few days, if not about a week, before I realized, oh, that shit is fake. That shit is fake as fuck. He doesn't do that. It's not creepy or weird. Damn, what? I've been lied to. But I don't know. Like, then, so is it, was he still being creepy? It's just, but there was exaggerated information. Like, what the fuck? Why? What are these roots doing here? Why do they look like that? I'm gonna cut it up. Okay. You think this will cause a rise in distrust between communities on the internet, thus leading to even more echo chambers and isolationist communities? I think that's already happening. I don't know if this particular incident will cause a rise in it. I'm actually kind of optimistic though. I'm actually kind of optimistic because this is the what the hell are you? That was what I was saying. Goodness, hello. Hello. Delightful, delightful, such a delight. Beautiful. We are Zenith. Hello, we have traveled along the infinite path to be here. We have seen your world, we have loved it. It is delightful. Okay. What are you exactly? We are Zenith. We are born in 4 different realities simultaneously. We have come to think of ourselves as a traveler, a seeker, a finder. We do not know more than that of our origin. We merely exist at this moment in time here with you. All else fades into the fabric of the unknowable. We see on your faces is not a helpful answer. It's just, I've never seen anything like you before. And we in turn have never seen anything like you. It is a joy to discover. We are discovering so very much about your plane of existence. Look, have you seen them? They are our favorite discovery yet. These men, they are wearing suits, they are conducting business. This is our favorite discovery by far. The businessmen? Yes. They're pretty incredible. Agreed, we do not know of another entity quite like them. It is difficult to compare them. We have had many beautiful experiences upon the infinite path. We have touched upon consciousness in all realms. We have spoken to the colors of a dying star. We have lived inside the eyes of an entire species. I'm skipping through the dialogue, or I'm not skipping, but I'm like clicking through it really quickly, but I want to... The art is incredible as well. We have spent a millennium living within a single moment of radiant joy. And we must say, the men of business. It is one of our favorites, truly. What exactly do you like about them so much? Are they not inherently delightful? We don't know how to describe it. There are many, yet they seem to be of one mind. We are similar to them in this sense. We have been following them from place to place as they move. They search. They search for the boardroom. They seek this. They are called to it. They have been searching for a long time. We are delighted by this quest. We hope very much that they succeed. Well, would you like tea? Tea? We have not yet encountered tea. What is it? So it's hot water with some ingredients. Oh yes, we have heard of this. It's called coffee. The men of business have spoken of it fondly many times. No, coffee's different. We don't have coffee. We only have tea. Intriguing. We must know more. Please bring us tea. Okay, what flavor do you want? How fascinating. What flavor do we wish for? We wish for the flavor of something that is of value. Of value. Yes, we wish to know what is of value in this world for you. Like a valuable fruit. It doesn't have to be a fruit, it could be anything at all. Okay, I'll put something valuable into the tea. Very good, we await it eagerly. So they're awaiting that. These guys are awaiting coffee. And the alien is making observations of the businessmen. Okay. What the hell am I doing? What if I just give them the current tea? Would they like that? Radio's buggy again, I gotta fix that. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you, strange alien? Strange alien. It's probably over there. Okay, there's no rush. The reason you gave could possibly tie in with men content creators dedicating videos to the T app data leaks. Oh man, fuck. Hello, Azure, hello. I have not talked about the T app thing. Okay. Can someone tell me who the developers of the T app thing are? Like, what's their background? Not like their names, not like their address or whatever, but like, you know, what's their background? What do they do? What is their experience? What's their CV in creating, like, apps prior to this? Because how on earth do you create an app that has no basic, like... You know what this is like? This is like someone intentionally sabotaged this project to make women look bad. Is that, like... Because it's a level of incompetence I'm just not ready to believe. What do you mean you made an app dedicated to, like, you know, for women to make sure, as I understand it, right? I don't know really, I haven't read into it. But the goal of the app was just for people to be aware of, like, creepy men, in their area of, like, you know, dating or whatever, and it's to caution other women against them. And how, like, this app was meant to take their information and like, what it did was it didn't even store it properly. It just put that shit out there online. Like, you didn't have to hack to get into it. It was just fucking there. We will now consume the tea. Interesting. It's fascinating. We can sense that there is a fruit. Is this what is most valuable? We feel its effects, its pushes at our mind, elicits feelings, sensations. We feel that the fruits are most useful to those who come here, customers. And you prepare this for your customers? This is the work that you do? Yes, and you have made us tea as you would make it for them. For this we are most grateful. Tea truly is a substance of magic. Please, we must know, is tea superior to coffee? Yes. But coffee is similar to tea, yes, it is brewed with water? Yeah, I suppose that's true. The men of business, they have spoken to us many times about coffee. They seek it, they crave it, they cannot find it, but your shop of tea is perhaps the perfect opportunity to make coffee. Please tell us what would be necessary. We need coffee beans. Coffee beans, yes, of course, it is so obvious, we see it now. What magic is needed for this? How shall it be produced? We are channeling the infinite path for answers. We can see it now, the essence of coffee beans. We are summoning it into this forest. We're imbuing this clearing with the essence of coffee beans. Deepest essence, here it is. Alright, now we have coffee beans, I guess. It has come to pass, a coffee bean. Your clearing will now surely grow wild with coffee beans. May they bless your shop for 1 trillion spectrocycles. Trillions! So then how do I actually use them to make coffee? We are receiving information on this matter. We are considering how best to teach it to you. Just write it down in my field guide. A well-engineered solution. An explanation. We wish you a successful effort to make coffee. Blessings. May our precious men of business at last be satisfied. Men! I'll do my best. Men! Oh. Got a link to the About section of the T app. I'll post it on the Discord. Sure. Let me go and read that really quickly. T was born from a deeply personal mission to give women the tools they need to date safely in a world that often overlooks their protection. Founder Sean Cook launched T after witnessing his mother's terrifying experience with online dating, not only being catfished but unknowingly engaging with men who had criminal records. Realizing that traditional dating apps do little to protect women, Sean knew something had to change, so he built T, the first ever dating safety platform for women. It's an app for women who date to know, to be warned of men who are bad actors, right? That's the idea. They had an ID verification system to make sure it's only women, but the storage was publicly accessible, so calling it a hack is a bit overstating it. Yeah. So that is a newfound level of incompetence. It's not just, like, it's not malicious yet. It's malicious later, but, like, you know, for now, it is purely incompetence. Like, the leak is not a leak. It wasn't leaked. It was just out there. It was just on, like, a Google Drive or something. I don't know. Like, but, like, not a Google Drive, but it was just fucking out there, right? I exaggerate when I say Google Drive, but you know what I mean. So that shit was just out there, and the safety of the women concerned was completely coffee bean dirty. How do I clean it? But yeah, like, can you imagine already being kind of vulnerable and using an app that is specifically trying to help you avoid being vulnerable, and then your information being stored online? That's bad enough, right? That's bad enough. Okay, well, people found it. Naturally, people found it. Now, there are malicious bad actors that are using the information to do other shit, like, well, someone is saying apparently doxed women were put on a website for men to judge their appearance. Shit like that's happening. And obviously, yeah, the fact that the people are doing that is terrible, and the onus and blame should be on them for, you know, doing that, for the bad actors like themselves, right? Obviously. But there should be also a level of fault and blame on the motherfuckers who built the app and decided to store their fucking sensitive information publicly on an app specifically for, like, that is a level of incompetence that I think is extremely dangerous. Like, that is terrifyingly incompetent, risking the safety of so many people that it claims to try to protect. Like, that's fucking wild. That such an asinine mistake could even be made. Like, I don't understand. Hello, it's Book by Mail Club. Unfortunately, I have to apologize to you. After I sent out the previous book, several readers wrote to me remind that Dirk Warhard as a character is an outdated model of masculinity and law enforcement, a product of his time. I recognize that as cultural norms change, it is important to reflect on what our media implies and accepts. That's why this time I'm sending you an analysis of the Dirk Warhard character and franchise to better contextualize the novels against the social circumstance in which they were written. Until next time. That is so funny. Chasing Bullets, a history and critical theory of the Dirk Warhard novels. That's so good. I want to read that. I'll read that later. Coffees will grow around the clearing. Approach and pick one out of the center. Only one bean will spawn. Beans come right out of the ground, so they're quite dirty. Be sure to run each bean through the dishwasher before making coffee with it. After the beans wash, toss in your tea infuser. Oh, okay. Just toss it in the dishwasher? Okay. I was thinking I'd have to, like, water it with my can, but I guess not. So, like, the level of incompetence at display is frightening. The malice now being shown was kind of a given. Like, I won't lie to you. I'm not surprised that now the pictures of those women are being posted on a site where other men judge them or whatever. Like, I'm not surprised, okay? Color me surprised. I'm not. I am not surprised at the slightest. What I am surprised by is the fact that it happened so easily and that it wasn't even a hack. It was just someone just went on the fucking like website. I don't know what they did, but they just went on the storage and just grabbed the information. That I am surprised by. That is the thing that's shocking to me. It is not shocking that there are men that will do that afterwards. Like, what they do with it afterwards is not surprising to me. Task about the puffins. Do you know you can feed them tea? They love this stuff. They change colors to whatever color tea you serve them. If you give them several of them some tea, make our animal friends delightfully colorful. Will they die if I don't feed them? No. There's barely a soul alive who has actually witnessed a puffin die. It's the stuff of myth and mystery. Feeding them is merely for our enjoyment and theirs. They seem to enjoy it. Okay. To be giving a puffin tea, all you must do is place the teacup on the ground next to the puffin. The smell alone is sure enough to draw them over for a drink. Once you've served the tea to 5 of them, would you please come speak with me? Okay. A little new side quest, I guess. You need to prove malice to serve negligence. It's just like, it's so wild that you can make such a dumbass rookie mistake that I'm surprised it even happened. Like, I'm so surprised it happened, I guess, is my way of putting it, really. Where was I? Yeah, on that. So, the thing with the T app, for me, is if I were a woman, I would not trust anything ever again, man. It sucks to be you, I guess. Like, what the fuck? I can't even trust the people who are trying to help me to be competent. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't trust the people who are competent because they're malicious, and I can't trust the people who aren't malicious because they're incompetent. What the fuck? Thankfully, I don't really need to use that personally, so I'm good. But man, I can't imagine if I had to. I'd be so pissed off. I'd be so annoyed. I need a cup. I'm gonna grab one here. Where are they? That's one of them. That's a few of them. Nice. Okay, that's what happens. All right, okay. Now we know. Now we know what happens to little pluffins. Lawsuits resulting from negligence and incompetence end up being settled. Good. They need a lawsuit coming their way. It's just like, I just can't believe how bad people can be at something and get away with it. It fills me with a bit of confidence in myself because I know I couldn't be that incompetent. Like, I wouldn't know how to build a dating or app or whatever that is, like, exactly. I wouldn't be able to do that. But if I were to try to, that would not be a mistake I would make. As someone who has not touched a single line of code in their life. That's a lie. I've probably coded like a little bit. But probably spent a few months coding, like very basic coding, and realizing it's definitely not for me. But like, you know, as someone who would never code in their life, like, this is not a mistake I would make. How the fuck do you even do that? It really is always the worst permutation on the worst thing on another bad thing. Shit just keeps happening. I'm tired. That's what this game is about. You know, that's what this game's about, like, taking a break, but also not running away from what you're taking a break from, I guess. Excuse me. I'm a little tired. It's barely been a few hours, but I'm already a little tired. The idea of the app in the first place sounds easily corruptible and could be used maliciously. I don't know. All I know is because I don't know enough about the app itself and what the hell the goal of it is. I just know that now it's in hot water and in trouble. I don't know if it was doomed from the beginning, but I will say I don't understand how it would work. Like, the first ever dating safety platform for women. I like it, but also I just maybe I'm here. You're hearing the male perspective on this, and you can go like, okay, male opinion detected, opinion discarded. You feel free to discard the next 20 seconds, right? But I feel like this shit should exist for everyone who could be a creep or a weirdo. But I guess I understand that, like, there are certain things that heteronormative masculine patriarchal men may not see as problematic that women do. And if we were to sort of have this be not self-governing, but if we were to have this app be available for everyone, and it was specifically for everyone to mark people who are creeps, then women who interpret something that is, you know, vile and disgusting and warns other people of it may be pushed back by men who go like, actually no, that should be totally normal. And then there's a whole fight about it, right? I guess. I hate it. I hate that it's a gender war thing, though. Like, I hate that it does. This does solidify, the T thing does solidify that so much of this is so dependent on, you know, one's gender, when I wish it wasn't. I think it is not in the essential, not in like a biological essential, not in like not in like a gender essentialist sense. I wish it didn't matter in, sorry, let me try again. I understand why it's for women, not in a gender essentialist sense, but in like a patriarchal sense. But you can see why something like this would perpetuate gender essentialism to a degree, wouldn't it? Like, you can see that happening. And that to me feels a little like I'm not, that makes me uncertain, I guess. There's Facebook groups for that? I get them, yeah. So I know there's, like, I'm aware, I've been told there are Facebook groups for that, and I've always just kind of been like, okay, whatever. But this is the first time it's kind of been, like, attempted as a mainstream, like, centralized hub thing, right? I honestly think, you know, took them long enough, I guess, but really, with this level of incompetence, who in their right mind is gonna make one of these again? Who's gonna do the other? Who's gonna do the take two? The idea is dead now. Like, it's fucked. Gender issues piss me off so much. I wish we can fucking stop with the, like, stop. Just stop. We have so many other pressing matters to talk about. I can't, like, sit here and be the philosopher VTuber and just parrot the same points every time over and over again. It's like, it just pisses me off, man. It's like, what do you mean you still think women should be one way and men should be one way? No, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm not gonna wear a skirt, but not because I fear for my masculinity, but because I think I would look bad in one. Okay, that's we need to establish that and make that clear, okay? Or at least I think I would look bad in one without shaving, and I don't want to shave my legs because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered. That's a callback to the first bit of the stream. Whatever. This is confusing for anyone who wasn't there for that, but whatever. In the first place, I don't think these spaces are healthy for dating in general, but it's a whole other can of worms. I think they are an imperfect solution to a problem that is ever present. They're an imperfect attempt to solve the fact that patriarchal dynamics have made it so that more men, not all men, obviously, but there's like a good amount of men who are unknowingly or knowingly, in one way or another, misogynistic, or don't respect women enough, even though they're not technically misogynistic. They just, well, whatever. You see what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm throwing down. I don't think it's a perfect solution because it reinforces essentialist stuff, but two, also, like, it feels like we're not tackling the root of the problem. We're just kind of band-aiding the solution, and like the band-aid solution also does it reinforces gender war hostility that I don't like as well. But again, imperfect solution to a fucking terrible problem. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the tea app as we make tea right now. Did we dump the rest and just make coffee now? Where's the coffee bean? I put the coffee bean somewhere. The coffee bean is somewhere. Where is the coffee bean? It's in my pocket. There it is. I need to... Yeah, we need to do that first. Okay. But like, you know, what can you do for a long-term solution anyways? The answer is educate. The answer is to educate people. That's always the answer. That's the trick question. Every time there's a social issue or a serious issue for something, and then it seems hopeless, and then like, you know, I ask the rhetorical question, wow, this feels fucked up. What can we as a society do? It's a trick question, motherfucker. It's a trick question. The answer is always education. The answer is it actually all comes down to that. It will always come to this. It will always be teach your kids better. Tell them not just to behave and stand in line, but also to be critical thinkers. Teach them to humanize and understand everyone else in the world, so that old fucks who can't do that will die off, and one day the world will actually be slightly better than it is right now. Anyways, I'm gonna throw the coffee into the pot, and we're gonna make some coffee now. Over here. Do we have to mix it? No, not here. We kick it down here. And that's coffee. Yummy. I love coffee. Education takes too long. I want societal change now. Do you want it in an Amazon box? Do you want it in a car? Do you want it in plastic wrapping, in more plastic wrapping, in a plastic bag, in a cardboard, in like an envelope, in a cardboard box, in another cardboard box, taped together and thrown to you from a van? Do you want it that way? Do you want societal change that way? Yes with a vote, please. That's the problem we're presented with right now. That's the problem. Is this coffee? It doesn't look very coffee. Is it enough coffee? Is there enough coffee bean in the coffee? Did I need more coffee bean? I'm gonna give it to someone and we'll see what they think. Hello, Larry, Harry, Jerry. Yo, they don't want that. Nobody wants this. Oh, he wants this. This is Jerry. Yes. You brought coffee. This is coffee. I'm glad to have coffee at this time. The coffee will better enable me to deliver my presentation to the board. This presentation will be the first I have ever delivered. It is important that I make a positive impression. May I present it to you now to practice? Okay. Good, I will now present it. My presentation is entitled Conflict Resolution in the Workplace. Ahem. Oh, there it is. All of us have experienced conflict. Some have done so dozens or tens of thousands of times. Tens of thousands sounds like a big number, but I know people who have definitely experienced more than that. Yet a fundamental question must be asked. What is conflict in the workplace, and where does it come from? This is the question I will answer in my presentation. May I inquire, how is my presentation thus far? It's good. Understood, I will continue. What is conflict in the workplace, and where does it come from? There are three primary sources of conflict in the workplace: litter, resentment, and corn products. Of these three, litter is the only one over which we have any real control. Therefore, remember to litter on your coworkers' desks only when absolutely necessary. When conflict arises, all employees are encouraged to document it in their conflict journal. Remember to record names, dates, and specific swear words used in the conflict. Remember to embellish details of the conflict only in places where it makes the conflict more entertaining. After filling an entry in the conflict journal, remember to inform your conflict manager that you have done so. However, do not discuss the specifics of the conflict with your conflict manager. If the conflict manager asks for specifics of the conflict, you must reply only in vague grunts and shrugs. The conflict manager may begin crying and begging you to share details of the conflict, groveling on hands and knees. The conflict manager may promise to open up about their own deepest secrets if only you share the conflict details. The conflict manager may offer you $20. In all of these cases, you are permitted only to roll your eyes and say, "It's just, I don't know, I don't want to. Alternatively, you may fake a disease in order to leave the room. Do not look the conflict manager in the eyes. You may accept the $20. You may not discuss details of the conflict. At no time are you permitted to learn your conflict manager's real name. This now concludes the presentation. Thank you for allowing me to practice. I feel more prepared than before. As a show of thanks, I would like to offer you this picture of my own conflict manager. Sure. I hope your conflict manager is as benevolent as my own. Thank you, Jerry. Very kind of you. Okay. I want societal change in a box with Labubu wrapping paper. Dude, I saw Dubai chocolate today, and I am a weak person because it was like $2.50, probably the equivalent. Yeah, it was probably like $2.50. I saw it, and I wanted to buy it for a second. I saw it and I was like, yo, that's the Dubai chocolate everyone's raving about. And then it was like just a small bar, and it was like $2.50. And I was ready to buy it. I picked it up, and then I thought, the moment I picked it up, right, and I felt how light it was like 300, it's like 30 grams, I think, or 300 grams, whatever. It's like a small bar. It's like one small bar, right? I thought, no, hold on. That's what they want. That's what they want from me. That's what, not the government. That's what the companies want from me. They want me to fall for the viral marketing that makes it more appealing to try products just because everyone's memeing on it, ironically or otherwise, so that it sticks in your head. And then when you see it in real life, you recognize it and you'll want to buy it. And I was like, no, I'm not falling for this. They're not getting one more sale out of me. So I put it down. But now I really want chocolate because I like chocolate. I just like chocolate. I myself actually just like chocolate. So like, so I feel bad that I couldn't try the Dubai chocolate, and I don't want to. I don't think I will, but like, I feel bad about it. Conflict in the workplace is when chairman is mean to his mods. I'm mean to them all the time. It's not conflict. There's no resolution to this conflict. I'm just going to be mean to you. Ferrero Rocher greater than Dubai chocolate? Maybe. I don't think I doubt that. Terry, hello. I've observed that there's coffee available. I will accept coffee at this time. Okay, what kind of coffee do you want? Regular coffee. Something else? I do not require flavor, I only require coffee. I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys the exact same thing over and over again. I'll go out of my mind with boredom. Give me a more interesting coffee order. That's the new rule. You're not allowed to order regular. What? I want them to order regular coffee. I already made the same batch. I typically just have regular coffee. I guess you're gonna typically just have it somewhere else. You're gonna give me an order or not? Cannot be regular. No. Coffee with fruit. What kind of fruit? I will take whichever fruit has the least amount of flavor possible. Okay. The most flavorless fruity coffee. I want to drink this coffee. Where can I drink it? There. I will drink it right in front of the tree. Slurp.
Coffee means early mornings, long days, rigorous training.
Yep.
It flips a switch in me. Starts a motor running that can go for a long, long time. It doesn't make me better at my training. It just puts me into a headspace. And yet, here I am. I'm drinking coffee. And I just don't feel anything. I can't summon that fire. Is that good? Is it bad? I don't know. God. I just want things to stop changing.
I can't relate. I've got a fire. I just have no time and money. But I've got that fire. I've got it. Where's the coffee guy or the other guy? What did he want? He's over there now. Come back, come back, come back. Is he leaving? He's leaving. Larry? Hello, I've seen it. You served coffee to Jerry. Or coffee. I do not care for styles other than coffee. This is the only way that you will make it? Okay, sometimes with the coffee, I will forget to drink my coffee and it will become cold. There are times when I enjoy the coffee in this condition cold. That is my order. Cold coffee. Okay. I'll just make coffee like normal without adding any heat. Very good. We want cold coffee and fruity but not too fruity coffee. Okay. I only recently discovered Dubai chocolate got big online. It's pretty good, IMO, but overhyped to hell. I think it's definitely has to be overhyped. I like chocolates, but so here's the thing: is like, it's probably overhyped because of the online, like, how much is perpetuated in the current phrases of brain rot, right? The issue is it's also muttered in the same line as like matcha Pilates or whatever the fuck. And matcha chocolate's actually good. And I like matcha chocolate and I've liked it before, you know, this shit obviously. So if they're saying it in the same line, it must be at least pretty good. But am I really gonna just go and have new chocolate because of whatever is being perpetuated on TikTok or whatever? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready to have my mind influenced in such a way. I'm my own being. I have free will and individuality. I will not just succumb to the current fad and trend. Oh, you're the fucking guy. Can I wash him? To change his color or whatever? Nope. I can't drop him there. Damn. Oh well. Are you interested in it because TikTok told you to, or would you be interested to try it regardless? I'd be interested to try it regardless, but I heard about it because of the phrase matcha Pilates Labubu Dubai chocolate. It's like, it's those words in an order that makes maybe a little bit more sense than the one I placed, creating no more meaning either, but at least sounding a bit more grammatically correct. Anyways, that was, yeah, whatever it was, matcha labubu. Dude, I don't fucking know what the words are. I asked my friend, apparently labubus, because I remember seeing labubus around. But I didn't remember where I saw them. So it being a trend now is weird because I remember seeing them years ago. Hello, another one? How many? I do not understand. I'm Harry. Harry, you're right, completely different. You have coffee. I would like coffee. I'm not making regular ones. Yeah, what are those coffee shops then? A coffee shop with complex drink recipes and unknowable ingredients. A coffee shop of high fashion and distinction. Yep, that's what this is. I do not like such places. I've gone to great lengths to avoid them. Yet I arrived at one of them at this very moment. I'm full of distress, even so I'm intrigued. I'm frightened by the conflict within me. There's a duality in my mind. I do not like it, but I am compelled. Just give me a drink order. Very well. I've heard of a drink called Miniciato. I do not understand the name. Me neither. It is made with coffee. This is the part that I understand. However, there's more. There's mint. Mint must be added. I don't know why. The name is Mintiato. That's why there's mint. I understand now. But I'm told there's another ingredient. Ice cream. It must taste like ice cream. The word ice cream is not in Mintiato. It is confusing. I do not understand. The amount of flavors and words in one drink, it is overwhelming. I cannot comprehend. I ought not to drink it, yet I must know. I need it. Coffee with mint and ice cream. I am still scared. Help. There's so many coffee orders now. I guess that's what we're doing. By talking against it, you are perpetuating the brain rot. I know I am, but like what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to do is use this stream to process my emotions so that when I end the stream, I can stop thinking about it forever. I do not care about the ripple consequences of people hearing me talking about it and now having to think about it, okay? You're stuck in this bitch with me now. If I have to fucking deal with what you put me... If I have to deal with what you expose me to, you will have to deal with what I expose you to. And that is my unfiltered thoughts. Where I just like... I just start ranting and complaining about things until I feel better, and then I just like leave. I basically like... It's... I just dump all my information and I leave. That's what I'm doing here in the stream. I hate when things I love become popular and more expensive. Yeah. It's fucking annoying when that happens, man. Like, why couldn't it have just been... Like, why couldn't I have just enjoyed it myself? Why does it have to be a trend now? Why does everyone have to make reels and shorts and TikToks about it? Like, why can't I just have my thing in peace? It's okay. It's okay. Such is life, really. Such is life. Don't know if it's companies being exploitative, but if you want matcha anything where I live, it's like $1.35 to 75 cents extra than what it had been. I think it is both. No, it's definitely just exploitative pricing. It shouldn't be that much more significantly different or expensive. Oh shit, there's some like... Anyways, I feel bad about that. I feel bad about the Pedro Pascal thing. I feel bad about like many things right now. And playing this game is therapeutic, and it's helping me like get out all of these things out of my system. Because whenever I play this game, for some reason, I guess, whenever I play Wanderstop, I'm compelled to, like on stream, right? I'm compelled to complain. Like I'm compelled to just start ranting about shit I don't care about. And I've been really, or not I don't care about, that that upset me. And that has led to a very negative stream experience in this relatively healing journey. I tried to avoid that last stream, I remember now, and I couldn't. I just became negative about different things when I tried to stop being negative. It's terrible, and it's really coming out in this game, because this game is sort of relaxing, and it's allowing me to be myself in a certain sense, where I'm sort of aimlessly, or not aimlessly, but I'm very like... It's very low stakes tasks that you can take time to finish. Labubu and boxing stream 1. I'm never getting a Labubu. I will never get a Labubu. I barely know what they are. I think I've seen them in real life, but I would never get one. I don't even want to keep, like, what was that? Was that me? Did I make that noise? What? What if I... What just... Did you hear that? Was that in the game, or did my, like, throat make that noise? Am I insane? Hello? What the fuck? I'm going insane. I'm going insane. Whatever. Anyways. Was that like a cat? Was there like a cat noise just now? Was that the game or was that me? Did I make that noise? It sounded a bit like it came from me? I don't know. Whatever. It's basically therapy for yourself and you get content out of it. You're exactly right. That's pretty much how all my streams go, actually. That's the only thing that I would say is different. I think you're losing it. I might be losing it. I heard like a cat noise just now. And I wasn't sure if it was from the game or if I made that sound from my throat and I didn't notice it. Like it was involuntary. I don't know why I came to that crisis just now. I'm freaking out. I don't know what's going on. Cold coffee. Coffee containing fruit. Let's do cold coffee first. Wait, hold on. Let's not do that. I want to feed coffee to one of the Pluffins. Okay. I'll grab this. Where's the nearest one? Where's my first victim? Oh, you've already... Okay. You haven't. You weren't drinking it properly. It wasn't there. What? You didn't... You look the same. You look the same. You look the same. Where are the other ones? You look the same. Whatever. Whatever. What if someone draws you as a Labubu? Don't. I don't even have... That wasn't me. There was a cat somewhere. Where? I thought I made that noise. I don't know why I thought I made that noise and not like something around me, but like I thought it came out of my throat for some reason. I don't know. No, we're not cooking it. We're throwing the coffee bean in. And for some reason that makes it iced coffee, even though that's not how it works. But obviously none of this is working the way it should work. It's like a slightly lighter color. Who's the one that wanted cold coffee? That's not him. Is it this one? Square glasses. He's got circle glasses, so not him. Where... Did this guy know? It's one of those guys. Square glasses. Do you have square glasses, mister? No, you don't. Fuck. The other one, then. He's over there. Oh, shit. There's like... Alright, I'll deal with that later. You must be it. Yeah, I found everyone else first. Here's your coffee. This is cold coffee. I'm glad to have cold coffee at this time. It is exactly the taste of coffee that has been sitting on my desk all day. This is a good taste. I care very much for this taste. As a result of this positive association with coffee, I'm more confident with my presentational abilities. At this time, I would like to show you the presentation that I prepared for the board. Doing so would further heighten my confidence. Okay. I will now deliver my presentation. There will be a segment at the end for notes and feedback. Ahem. Good day to all of you who are here in the boardroom. I am Larry. This is my presentation. My presentation is titled Third Quarter Growth Relative to Other Quarters with Less Growth. I have no feedback. Now then, let us begin by discussing company profits. Company profits in the third quarter looks like this. Okay. For the purpose of clarity, I've removed portions of the timeline where profits declined. Next, let us compare it to a different quarter's profits. For the purpose of clarity, I drew this graph as a straight line from left to right. Now let us put the two graphs on top of one another. The results are self-evident. This concludes the presentation. Thank you. We will now begin the notes and feedback portion. Please begin. Can I see the second graph again? This one? Yeah. Make the line thicker. Interesting, I will try that. You are quite correct. This is much more impactful. This concludes the notes and feedback portion. Thank you. As anticipated, my confidence in myself has risen considerably. I'm carrying this poster which reflects the above average nature of my self-confidence. You may keep it if you wish. Sure, I'll take it. I hope that your confidence is similarly elevated as reflected in this poster. Okay, thank you. Executives right before giving themselves a raise. I think the cat sound is the jukebox. Okay, that might be it then. That would explain it, because I was looking around for a cat, but I forgot the jukebox was put on the cat option right now. Uma Musume when I'm not playing Uma Musume. Stop asking me. I'm not gonna play it. Okay, like that. There's other things that you can keep bothering me for. I would suggest against bothering me for Uma Musume because I don't think I would enjoy it at all. I have no interest in sports. I have no interest in what the hell do you want? Give me a second. I'm talking. No interest in sports. No interest in idols. No interest in the anime girl, horse girls, none of that. Like there's no part of this game I care for. The gacha is the gacha. I don't care for it in particular. It's not something that will turn me away from the game, but it is not something that's enticing me to give it a shot. I have watched gameplay of it, and there was no part of it where I thought, oh, maybe I would enjoy it too. I don't think I will. So don't ask me, not because I'm like, you know. Don't. I'm asking you to not ask me, not because I think you should ask me like later, but I think you shouldn't ask me because it's not worth doing. Like it wouldn't be a fun stream, I guess. Okay, what do you want? You have presented coffee to the men of business. Was it successful? Yep, seemed to like it. An unqualified resounding success. Very grateful for your help in creating coffee of our thanks. We do not know what you are called. What is your name? My name is Alta. Alta the human, it is our joy to experience your being, your existence. You must tell us your journey, please. Describe yourself. I am a fighter, the best in the world. Combat. We've experienced combat ourselves. How do you prefer to do battle? What is your method, your weapons? Mostly sword. That's my specialty. My sword isn't exactly... I don't know how to carry it anymore. It's complicated. That delights us. We enjoy very much when a thing is complicated. The complexity, the chaos, it is an inviting energy. Can you please tell us more of what is complicated? I don't know where to start. I don't really like talking about these things. You and Alta, we have an idea. We wish for you to exit this clearing and return to the forest. We will journey there with you. Together. Why? In the forest, it is easier for us to perceive essences, deeper nature. We shall witness your essence in the shade of the forest. The complications that you speak of, the force will allow us to see them. It will be fun. Okay. Should I follow you? No need. You must simply walk out through the exit. We will join you. We will both be there and here. Both. We're in many places even now. When you are ready, we'll be there in the forest. Okay, see you there, I guess. Thank you, aliens. Oof. So yes, no horse gambling. What else was I gonna say? This stream is a filler stream, it's like this stream is an intermission stream between the Date Everything saga that happened recently and this next bit. So that way I don't transition immediately from a dating sim where I'm like talking to the inanimate objects in my house to like and romancing like the dust bunny under my couch to now complaining about AI and playing like a puzzle game and playing a story game, both centered around artificial intelligence and robots and stuff, and me complaining about shit. This stream is supposed to act as an intermediate like break from it. The problem is I booted the stream up and I just started complaining about AI for 2 hours while also talking about how I caught up with a friend recently, which was nice. That was like the one positive thing that has happened to me recently is I have had multiple people I know or like I knew, multiple old friends reach out to me recently to talk because they were just like, I miss talking to you, I want to talk to you again. I went, okay. All right, talk we shall then. That was nice before it was abruptly ruined by online internet drama that has no bearing on my life. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, what am I saying? Everything I'm complaining, most things I'm complaining about don't have an immediate impact on me. I don't have to spend so much energy thinking about this stuff at the moment. There's some stuff I should, like, you know, the wider consequences of the artificial intelligence, or at least my perspective on the matter, and how I'm able to reconcile being overall optimistic about the development of greater technologies, but also the unprecedented types of problems that we will encounter from it. I don't know. So this week we're actually not doing a rant thing or discussion thing. I was gonna, but I realized it'd be better if we do that later once we're more familiar in the theme, right? But eventually I will talk about chatbots, I will talk about AI, I will talk about GPT's like newer and better functions, and I will essentially the next discussion stream is going to be titled like, I will strangle your AI boyfriend and girlfriend and partner. That's the next like stream. Where is there are the photos. Put that there. Beautiful. Put this one here. You can't even see the graph on this. Perfect. Perfect. Ugh. I will talk about how coping with AI chatbots makes sense for loneliness and stuff. I can see the appeal of it. I can see why people use them, and I will tell you why it's bad, or I will try to convince you not to know that it's bad, but I will try to convince you to try something better, which is to talk to a real person, and that is going to be very difficult. So in the meantime, I want to make sure I've got a really good grasp on the topic and on like the, you know, the C.AIs and the meta, so to speak, of the fucking thing. The meta of like AI chatbots, I mean, like, so to be up to date on the latest shit that's the best shit. Yes. I've organized my thoughts. Good. Good, good, good. Ugh. Now I just need to make coffee. Coffee containing a fruit with as little flavor as possible. Wait, did I make coffee for this? No, I haven't made coffee for a pluffin yet. For this batch. Let me get one. That's not out. I wanted to put it down, put it down. This is a nice cup. I like this cup. It's like a space-themed cup. It looks like a chocolate. This looks like a chocolate egg. This looks like a chocolate Easter egg. I like it. Okay, now to find my next victim. Are you different? Or are you the same? You are definitely the same. Right? Or not? Whatever, here you go. The coffee's on my leg. It's stuck. It is stuck. You'll get there. Almost there. Just a little bit more. We'll wait. Somebody tagged me on Twitter today and asked, and like on like a post regarding how the US is rolling out AI surveillance, or like AI powered YouTube algorithm recognition to try to determine if someone is of age, and if they're underage, that they would implement some safety and protection features. Oh boy, but if not, like, you would be required to, and like, you'd be required to prove that you are an adult, whether it's through your ID or your face, you know, display or what. Like, what I'm trying to say is, haha, Americans, suck it. You're going through the same shit we have to deal with in the UK, except it's just for YouTube, but still. Two thoughts, right? One, okay, the surveillance apocalypse is upon us. Two, I wonder if watching this channel would constitute, like, would YouTube look at your watch, you right now, you the viewer, right? Would YouTube look at your watch history and think, and look at the Charis Euphranor things you've seen and go, actually, this is probably an adult? What would they think? Excuse me, I burped just now. Because on the one hand, you are watching a VTuber, so you should be like, the idea is like, if you're watching a VTuber, it is likely that you are not underage, but you're likely like younger. You're on the younger side of the audience. However, you are watching someone who proclaims to be a philosopher, which is usually a bit more of a mature appeal. So there's a bit of a split there. VTubers are very trendy among younger people, but my viewership is like 50% like 30 something year olds. So I wonder, do you count? Would you, dear viewer, count as a child, or would you count as an adult when watching this? Or what would YouTube think? Probably, I'm leaning towards adult, but that's, yeah. That can only be my guess. It is also likely that you're so small a channel that it doesn't know what to make of it. Fair enough. That could be the case as well. But like, if it did, right? What would it be? Okay, I'm gonna let Sisyphus have this now. You didn't even change color at all, did you? I can't see in the lighting. Okay, you kind of did. You're brown now. Okay. Alright, have fun. I've got 2 teacups on me I should watch. Okay. Are there actual 30 years old in chat? No, because if you're 30, you're probably sensible enough to not participate in a YouTube live, like, chat, I think. Son of a bitch. Hold on, let me put this here. Sample size is too small. But, like, they have to... What if it's the only thing you watch, right? So imagine now, someone made a new YouTube account, and they, for some reason, only watched Charis Euphranor live streams. And YouTube has to enable this law on everyone, right? That's the idea, is they're rolling it out slowly, and they're eventually going to roll it out on everyone. Would YouTube determine this person as a child or an adult? If you're watching Mr. Beast, then it's like, you know, there's a very clear, like, you know, target demo. Actually, maybe not, because he's so big. But like, if you're watching one of those YouTubers, right? You know the ones with the exaggerated thumbnails with the extremely vibrant, saturated colors and the garbage content. The whoa, that's so crazy, like type of acting that entails from it. That would be very obvious child content. I imagine. Then it would just be an alt account for Charis Euphranor. I don't care who it's for or what it's for. I'm just like, I want to know what YouTube would do. That's what I care about. I would be interested in finding out. What do you want? Oh, it's the coffee one. What do we have left? Coffee with a fruit with as little flavor. Nope. Citrus milk. Gives a sensation of higher social standing. Oh, completely tasteless. Bite berry. It's yellow with something surrounding it. It could... Oh god, which one would it be? It could be bite berry and it could be painted gourds. We don't know until we try. Time to find out. Okay, that looks like a bite berry. It is! We got it. Okay. That's a bite berry then. So we do a bite berry with a coffee bean. Coffee bean here. Well, now that we're done. Actually, have I had cold coffee yet? Let's have cold coffee. I don't know if it matters, but we're gonna pretend like it does. Let's see. Run. Bench is over here. And now we drink. I wonder if it'll just be the same dialogue with like the hot coffee.
Coffee means early.
It is the same thing. Okay.
Long day.
Yeah, we've already done it before. We've done this. Good to know. I'm watching it then. And now we do new coffee, which is coffee and the tasteless bean, tasteless fruit. it's over for Twitch if they do age verification. But like Twitch's rules are like you have to be over 13, right, to participate. Maybe there's like mature content on Twitch that a bunch of 13-year-olds are pretending like they're like allowed to watch, that an age verification system would screw them over completely. I don't know, we'll see. Coffee and bite berry. Click. We're getting really quick on this. Here we are. That's the tasteless coffee. It looks poisonous. All right, we'll see. Somebody wants this. It's one of the two. Which one is it? Who wants this? No glasses. A lot of Twitch users just lying about their age, but 13 is really young already. You don't have to lie about being 13, right? Like, if you have to lie about being 13, then you are... I guess you're the average Twitch chatter then, right? Ooh. Here you go, coffee. I see, it is coffee, but it contains a fruit. And yet I cannot taste the fruit, there's no flavor. Yes, this is the most agreeable sort of flavor at all. Perhaps my favorite. I've never had a favorite flavor before. It's a new experience. I'm thrilled. I'm brimming with enthusiasm. This enthusiasm will translate directly into my ability to deliver an effective presentation, which will address complaints about the excessive number of presentations. I can see that the subject matter interests you. You're correct. I'm interested. Yes, it was obvious. I could tell that you were interested because of how interested you are. Due to your high level of interest, I will now show you the presentation. You will enjoy it. Please hold your comments during the presentation. Ahem. It's a different chart this time. Hello, I'm Terry from the Services and Integrations Department. Hi, Terry. As I said before, please do not speak during the presentation. I'm here today to speak to you about the number of presentations that have been taking place across the company. Specifically, complaints have been filed regarding the excessive number of presentations. Why are so many unnecessary presentations taking place? This is what we have set out to answer. At best we can tell, a man who looks like this has been delivering excessive presentations. Isn't that you? His motivations are unclear, his methods are precise, his resources are unlimited. He has been known to deliver presentations advocating for a radical increase in the number of presentations. This is misinformation. It is entirely possible that the man does not work at this company at all. Reports are inconclusive. Through collective action, we can curb the misbehavior of this man or anyone working with him. Isn't that just you? The process for reporting problematic individuals is covered in company onboarding workbook. Say nothing. We're not supposed to interrupt him. This concludes the presentation. I hope I have demonstrated the severe nature of the problem at hand. I've seen this guy before. You have? This is serious news. When did you see him? He delivered a presentation to me just moments ago. Fascinating. I will record this information to use as part of an additional presentation. This presentation was a result of extensive work. It is of drastic social importance. I have on me a spare picture of the man portrayed in the presentation. You may keep it if you wish to raise awareness of him and his actions. I'll take it. Good. Please ensure that it is displayed in a prominent location. I'll try. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Okay. It was the thing before AI, we're assuming as if they don't already have our info. So the thing is, like, now they already had some, but okay, actually, I don't know. I need to talk to an expert. I have no idea. But what I'm assuming is the case right now is people's data is already being taken by big companies, but not all companies. And now more companies are trying to make competing products, mainly, namely AI generated stuff. Or like AI powered things, which just, I'm not even going to get into how meaningless that statement is, but AI powered things in order to just get a slice of the pie. Like they also want your information because your information is the most valuable thing to you right now. Sorry, it's the most valuable thing to a company right now is to know what your consumption, your purchasing habits are, and be able to like target that accordingly. And so I think right now it's not like, oh, for the first time your information's out there, but now it's way more out there than it ever was. I think. Have I drank this yet? I don't think I have. I'm drinking this. Shoot. Okay, what have we got? It's coffee with a flavor. Well, no flavor, but it, you know.
Coffee means early
Okay,
mornings.
yep, it's the same thing. It's all coffee. Got it. Coffee's all the way down. Got it. My goodness, what an Sorry, I thought he was saying the same lines. He was not. He's talking about the coffee beans now. My goodness, what an improbable delight. I don't even know it was possible. It was possible, although I will say coffee's never been exactly Burrow's cup of tea. You don't seem like a coffee guy. You're very much correct. Burrow's not much of a get-up-and-go person. Now that we serve coffee, will Wanderstop have to rebrand? No, I can't be doing it. We're simply a tea shop that sometimes has coffee. Don't worry about it. Now that is what I'm liking to hear. As always, Borrow is going to put off learning any new or useful skills for as long as possible. Me too, man. Me too. Oof. Imagine having to learn useful skills. Useful and important skills that will contribute and benefit society. Contribute to and benefit society in some way? Ooh, I couldn't imagine. That's the thought itself is frightening. Now we just need coffee mint ice cream. I don't even know how to get ice cream. How would you get ice cream? What? Would the chips work? Hmm. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do next. I know I can go to the forest and do that cutscene, but I kind of want to save that for next time. Although it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna do it now. Where is the exit? I want to leave the forest so I can come back to it. Leave the clearing, return. Anyways, I gotta go study and develop my skills that don't benefit society. Okay, have fun, Harry. Have fun. Okay, I'm here. What next? Human Alta. We are with you. Isn't it delightful? You're also in the clearing right now. Correct, but our attention is on you. We are fascinated by what we might see in you. Please tell us, what do you see right now? You know, trees and rocks. Whenever I'm out here, I think back on my fights. Oh, delightful. We see it too. It's a memory. Oh, they're there yet. You see my fighting. That's just a memory. No, the forest is making it. Real, tangible, discernible. We can perceive it in full clarity. Delightful. Let us examine this memory. How interesting. How fascinating. Your skill far exceeds that of your opponent. I know. That's why I was so stupid when I lost. Another memory appears. A similar one. Oh, this is the other fight I lost. Another stupid failure. No reason for it. Yes, we see it. We perceive it fully. Human Alta, this memory is also quite fascinating. We can see the problem. We can see now why you lost these fights. You can? Right there. Don't you see it? Your change structure. It is stuck. My change structure? Yes, we see it clearly. It is attempting to move, but it cannot. What do you mean by change? Oof. I'm so tired. Just a second. I'll rest for a second. Human Alter, are you okay? Yep, just needed a second. I'm fine now. Go back to that memory. Tell me what you saw, the reason I lost. We cannot see that memory anymore. It is gone now. But a new memory is taking place. Tell us about it. What is this? Oh god, I tried to kill Master Winners. The only person who could have helped me, and I attacked her because of the person who looks like me. Human Alter, we see very clearly, in all these memories the problem is the same. Your chain structure is completely blocked. No room for movement. Unable to expand, unable to advance. It cries for help. We believe that perhaps we can help it. We can try to move the chain structure forward. So you're saying it's the same reason I lost these fights and you can fix it? We do not know, but we can try. If it does not help, then... Ugh. Human Alta, are you alright? We can stop now to rest. It'll be harder to assist you if you are tired. Let's rest. Okay, I'll rest.
Alta, what are you doing? Why did you stop?
I'm taking a break,
This isn't
man.
you. You're not someone who gives up. You're someone who fights until the very end. Be proud of that. Come on, up and at 'em. Let's show everyone what a warrior truly looks like.
Human Alta, you have begun to run again. Can we ask why? It's her, she's here, she's made me start running. To whom are you referring? She looks like me, she was standing here just a second ago. Don't you see her? No, we did not see anything. All we see is you. But she's the one making me do this to myself. It's not me, it's her. Please, Zenith, make her go away. Uh-oh. Boro, please help. Oh, I'm back, okay. Where's Boro? Boro, are you there? Boro? I guess he's there. The businessmen are still about. Okay. Is there one for like, well, coffee beans, yeah, but is there one for mint and ice cream? No. Hey, Boro. You see the magical space being that showed up? Their name is Zenith, and they said they came on the infinite path. Boro's never heard of such a thing, although over the years I've seen a handful of otherworldly beings. It's always such a treat when it happens. If you learn any extra dimensional tea recipes, please let me know. Sure thing. Hello, Zenith. What happened out there? Human Alta, you collapsed, fully unconscious. We returned you back here for safety. So, when you were in the forest, you didn't see another person who looks like me? No, our awareness was quite heightened, yet we detected nothing except for you. No. You said you saw the reason why I lost those fights. Something about change. Your change structure, yes, it was clearly blocked. But what's a change structure? What does that mean? This concept does not translate conveniently to your language. It is one of the old concepts. Can you try, please? Interesting, we see. This is an interesting situation. Human Alta, you should return to the forest with us. The forest eases the boundaries between concepts, malleable. Perhaps there we can more clearly investigate your change structure. Alright, back to the forest. Before we go, once again, we should have tea. We found the tea you gave us most delightful, most refreshing. It'd be good to rest for a moment and enjoy another cup. What do you want? A flavor, yes, there is something which interests us. Around your clearing, we have seen them, the large plants bearing fruit. Wish to consume it. You want tea made with fruit from a large hybrid. No, not the fruit, the plant. You want tea made out of the entire large hybrid. Yes, precisely. The plant, you call it large hybrid, we detect an energy within it. The fruit it produces, so potent, so evocative, so unyielding. And the seeds, the unyielding essence of the plant, is contained within the seed. We wish to taste this energy, to consume it. The plants, the fruit, the seed, all of it, and a drink, yes. You want the tea with a large hybrid and its fruit and the seed that produced it. That is it exactly, perfectly. Okay, I want it. Excellent, we're most grateful, thankful. So we got even more weird requests. What? Fair enough. Okay, I ranted enough. This is supposed to be kind of a shorter stream in between stuff. This is mainly to buffer so that it looks like there's a separation between the last stream and the ones that are coming up. But I might return to Wanderstop sometime within the next few weeks. I don't know. This is a game I enjoy the game, but I find it weird and hard to stream. I haven't played it since. I said I would play it offline, but I find it weird to stream this game because this is a game that is difficult for me to just dive to fully like immerse myself in the story of. And I also can't just completely start riffing on about like what I want to rant about. So I don't know what the fuck to do with these, but I kind of like the game, so I don't know what to do with it. It's a weird game. It's a weird thing to stream, but because I like it, I've insisted on doing it anyways. Scenery is really nice though. It's a really interesting cozy, not cozy game. I like it. That will be it for the stream. This will be it. The other stream, which still was about AI, kinda. Well, we talked a bit about AI. We did. We will talk more about it. There will be a lot more to say. And you know what? I will probably make a separate stream talking about the Pedro Pascal thing again. I'll probably do that. But in the meantime, I will be planning that and figuring out what to say about it and hopefully having one or two sources that are meaningful. To contribute to the discussion rather than just me kind of going on about how AI bad, which you are tired of hearing by now. I know I'm a little tired of hearing myself say that, so. So that will be all. Alright, I'm gonna go now. I will stream on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Wait, really? Yes, and Sunday. And that will be the beginning of the AI arc, as we call it. Farewell, goodbye, don't expect anything from me, and I will be back very soon.